Hello and welcome to a short video where we're discussing the semester project in FSHN 120. These are reflective steps to think about dietary choices and how they impact health. And as a reminder, my name is Tony Marie Gist and I'm your professor for the semester. For this step project, there are 12 steps. So regardless of whether you're doing the traditional project where you're going to be using MyFitnessPal to kind of look at a few days of food intake, or whether you're doing the alternate project, both are designed to walk you through a healthy dietary reflection and how it may impact health in general. So how can you best prepare for the steps? We want you to watch, interact, and ask questions. We want you to watch this video, paying close attention to the recommendations. And the general information that I'm sharing in these short few minutes are going to hold true for all the steps. We want you to interact with your book so you can go page by page, taking notes as it walks you through complex concepts. In fact, we've got different questions, such as the one here where it says, mark all that apply, and you can read that on your own, and it discusses characteristics of a healthy diet. And we encourage you to stop in the virtual tutoring center or meet with me if you have any questions. We are here to help you. So if you look at this question in the lower right-hand corner and you say, I have no clue how to answer that, understand that information like this that's in the book itself is going to help you as you go through and better apply the concepts to the STEP project itself. And just as a little teaser to let you know the 5 principles of a healthy diet, they are adequacy, variety, balance, moderation, and nutrient density. So if when we get to step 12, we ask you to reference a principle of a healthy or a healthful diet, you should only be referencing these ones for the scientific terms. Adequacy means you're getting enough of the nutrients. Variety means you're choosing different foods daily. Balance means regardless of what dietary pattern you're choosing, whether it be the Harvard Healthy Plate, Mediterranean diet, or whether it be my plate or other ones, we want you to select foods from each food group or alternate foods that would meet that nutritional need. We want you to understand that moderation is controlling portion size of any food. You don't even want to eat excessive amounts of Brussels sprouts. That can make you sick. And if you're choosing foods, we want to encourage you to choose foods that are nutrient dense or high in vitamins and minerals and low in overall calories so that you yourself can make sure that you're getting the most bang for the buck for the calories that you're consuming and you're getting as many phytochemicals, zoochemicals, and micronutrients into your system to allow for health and well-being. So if you're curious about these steps, each step has a different objective. So what I want you to do is flip through your book, review all 12 steps, know what is needed for success before you even begin the first step. If you're turning in a project, and the project asks you to reflect on what characteristic of a healthy diet is most difficult for you, make sure you're actually referencing scientifically accurate terms we've discussed in this class with regard to those characteristics. So if we glance at step 1, it tells you if you have concerns, we have an alternate step project for you, which we'll discuss in a little while. But it wants you to share, what did you eat yesterday? Tell me about what you had for breakfast, what you consume for lunch, dinner, or snacks. And if you didn't have much of anything that you ate, explain to us in that space why you didn't have lunch, or if you didn't have any snacks whatsoever, is there a reason why you didn't snack at all in 24 hours? When you reflect on those breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack options, did you consume vegetables? So you're going to need to know the definition of a vegetable. And if you're unsure, ask us. Did you consume any fruits? And did you consume a food or a drink that had more than 10 grams of protein per serving? You can look at nutrition facts panels if it's a food that has one, or you can research it using a reputable source. By the end of chapter 1, you should be able to find those reputable sources and find the information that you need. We want you to follow all instructions and grading rubric in Canvas. We've got it clearly outlined as to what's expected of you. You need to use your best handwriting when you're writing in your book itself because you're going to be taking a picture and sending it in to us. We then want you to go on a different device. So if you took the picture with your phone and submitted it on your phone, we want you to go to maybe your laptop or a friend's laptop. And then we want you to log into Canvas and double check and make sure you can open it from a different device. That's not just pulling from the same device. We want to make sure it's in Canvas and there where we can see it. If for some reason you're having a hard time understanding what we're asking of you, scroll down on the page in Canvas a little bit further because we have a grading rubric for you. So if you're on your laptop or if you're on another computer, you'll be able to easily see this grading rubric at the bottom of the submission page. And it tells you exactly what the criteria is that we expect and how many points each one of those criteria can earn you. You may also notice at the bottom of the grading rubric that we reference this alternate step project once more. So if you feel that a traditional project where you're going to be analyzing 3 days during the whole semester, that's it, 1 weekend day and 2 weekdays, but then also interacting with MyFitnessPal is going to cause an issue with you, do not do the traditional step. So if you have body dysmorphia, prior disordered eating, obsessive thoughts about food, a doctor has recommended you not track your food intake, or you've done extreme diets in the past, we are most concerned about your holistic health, which includes your mental health. So with that being said, we do have an alternate step project. And this alternate step project also looks at how nutrition is going to impact a disease or disease state. And what you're going to do is walk step by step by step to your final production of a video, which is going to showcase all the information that you've gathered throughout those 12 steps. So with this alternate project, you do have to get permission from me because we want to make sure that every single person in the class who's doing an alternate project is choosing a different disease, and it's not a disease that's been done before. We want to get a comprehensive set of videos that we are going to be able to reference in the future. So the traditional project analyzes the same 3 days throughout the whole entire semester. You do not have to track more than 3 days, but you will be interacting with MyFitnessPal throughout the semester to answer questions. The alternate project focuses on the same disease all semester. So people in the past have decided to look at a variety of diseases like type 2 diabetes, atherosclerotic plaque in the heart, and other things that nutrition has an impact on. So when you look at your step and you look ahead to future steps, make sure you know how to answer all components to the questions. So you can even use a little pencil and put little check marks right next to every single question, making sure that you've reviewed it and answer the questions. We want you to write very clearly in your book because you're going to be taking pictures of your book to submit your steps, whether it be the traditional or the alternate, for at least 9 out of those 12 steps. We want you to review your submission, like we mentioned, using a different device. So if you submit using a picture from your phone, we want you to go onto your laptop and double check that it can open on a separate device that's pulling it from Canvas and not just merely referring to it on your phone itself. So review that submission using another device. And then we want you to learn from any mistakes that you made. After we grade it, we provide detailed feedback, and it's expected that you close that feedback loop, learn from any mistakes before you submit the next step. So if you've turned in step 1 and you're wanting to work ahead, that's totally fine. But I encourage you to wait until we've graded your step 1, which will be set a day or 2 before step 2 is due, before you make sure everything is clear, everything works, you don't have any other questions, and then you can use that knowledge that you gained by closing the feedback loop to make an even stronger next step. And as you get to the very end of the project, the last step is a reflection. So that step 12 is a look back on your prior steps. So it is really important that you close that feedback loop. The traditional project is going to ask you, are you setting yourself up for the best health possible? Why or why not? Use support from reputable sources and examples from your life. With an alternate project, throughout the other 11 steps, you will have made a little infographic. You will have gotten video clips, you will have interviewed someone, and you will have researched the topic. So you're going to be combining all that prior step work into one short video and submitting it to us. And we hope that you learned something about how nutrition impacts your health by the end of this step project. And if it doesn't impact your health, hopefully it's something that you've learned that maybe has impacted the health of friends or family members, and you can help and teach them. So dive into that step project, ask questions, refer to every piece of information that you have in the chapters themselves and also in the rubric in Canvas, and just know that we're here for you.